reunited, and it feels so good. That was the mood inside the visiting clubhouse here Monday afternoon as jovial backstop Dioner Navarro made his return to the Blue Jays. The 32-year-old Venezuelan slugger was a magnet, as his former and once again teammates stopped by to welcome him back into the fold. Clad, as usual, in his pre-game soccer jersey, the affable catcher looked as comfortable as ever. "It's like he never left," quipped manager John Gibbons. The Jays reacquired Navarro, who played 2 seasons in Toronto before signing a 1-year deal with the Chicago White Sox this off-season, Friday in a waiver trade. He will serve as the backup to Russell Martin, providing an offensive upgrade on Josh Stoll, Dickey's personal catcher, who was designated for assignment on Monday. If Stoll clears waivers, he is expected to be released and then re-signed by the Jays. He could then rejoin the team when rosters expand September 1st and continue to catch Dickey's remaining starts. But if he is not added before the 1st of the month, he is ineligible for the postseason roster. The trade for Navarro itself signals the club may opt to leave Dickey off the postseason roster as well. On Monday, however, the focus was less on those roster machinations and more about hugs and high fives. "I was always a big fan, not just of the player, but the guy," Gibbons said. "He's one of those guys. His teammates love him." Navarro, meanwhile, said it feels outstanding to be back. He had one of the best seasons of his career personally in 2014 when he was the Jays starting catcher. Then last season he was a complimentary piece in the organization's first division title and playoff run in 22 years. "I was in shock when the trade happened, and I was happy 2 minutes later because I was going to an organization where I feel really comfortable and to a group of guys that I have a good relationship with," he said. Navarro was sitting in the hot tub, limbering up before batting practice, when White Sox general manager Rick Hahn delivered the news Friday afternoon. He said one of the first people he called was his old battery mate in Toronto, retired lefty Mark Buell. "I actually FaceTimed him as soon as I found out, and he was really funny. He was making jokes and making me feel really bad about it, but I'm really happy and excited to be here." Navarro, a switch hitter, has underachieved much of this season. He's hitting .210 with a .267 on-base percentage, while his strikeout rate is higher than it has ever been. But he's hoping return to a familiar, offensive-laden lineup will help give him the boost. "That's why they traded for me," he said, laughing. While getting traded mid-season can be a difficult adjustment, particularly for catchers who have to learn a whole new pitching staff, Navarro said he expects this transition to be much easier. "That was a conversation I had with my wife. I've been traded before mid-season and it was a little bit of a struggle to get used to it. But coming back to these guys and this rotation that I have caught before, it makes it a little bit easier." Last season Navarro, who is not a strong defensive catcher but is highly regarded for his game-calling skills, developed a close relationship with Jays right-hander Marco Estrada. But Gibbons said there aren't plans to reunite the pair on any kind of exclusive basis. "He'll catch Marco some. We'll see how that develops, but Russ has been good with Estrada, too." Navarro said he would be happy in whatever role Gibbons sees fit. "Whatever they need me to do, I'm ready for it," he said. "Most of you guys know me. I'm pretty easy and I'll be ready when my number is called."